Here we go.
How is it going today, Loyalist Canine Dwayne? We're Dwayne Jazz. Say we have for you Akuma versus Shao Kahn, Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat, Death Battle.
Yes.
Who are you going for before you even start this? Who are you going for?
I like both, but I feel like you know more about Shao Kahn.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't. These characters.
I thought you were more familiar with the Mortal Kombat.
I'm more familiar a little bit with more Shao Kahn, but like I told you, my parents wasn't letting me play them bloody, gory games.
My parents just turned off the blood in Mortal Kombat. That's it. That was an option.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Because I played it with the blood at first. My mom didn't like it, and then that's when she was like, "All right, turn the blood off."
I'm a bad boy, so I snuck and played it like at my cousin's house. But I'm a remain neutral this episode.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what happens. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, please follow social media in the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's dive on in.
Akuma, Street Fighter Supreme Master
Big
of the Fist. Shao Kahn, Conqueror of Mortal Kombat. Today, we'll find out which final boss reigns supreme.
Let's go.
He's an boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
That hammer, man.
That hammer hurts.
Annoying.
That hammer hurts.
He was a big
the
slugger.
Japanese kanji for heaven, symbolic of the infinite sky above and the one who stands before it.
And the last thing you'll ever see when you meet Akuma.
Trained by Master Gotetsu at an early age, Akuma was practically born into the ways of fighting.
Yep, implied to be
Ryu's
father.
We're taught the form of Ansatsuken, literally meaning the assassination fist.
Now everybody says martial arts are all about meditation and being zen and all that other boring shit. Well, Ansatsuken ain't like the other guys. It combines judo, kenpo, and karate into a unique style that's all about murdering your opponent as fast as possible. Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, the brothers' views on their training greatly differ. Goken rejected the violent methodology of the Ansatsuken, leaving to develop his own, less lethal variant.
Hadouken!
The style called Assassination Fist clearly needed less assassination. Yeah. Good thing Akuma was all about the real deal. He got so hardcore he started training to embrace the biggest martial arts secret out there.
The Satsui no Hado. Ever present, ever malicious. This is a manifestation of literal killing intent. Only Gotetsu had ever mastered this dark power.
So it's like the dark side of the force, but with karate?
No, but sure. With the
And that
Satsui
comes
no
out
Hado,
at the end of
Akuma
this year.
gained great power at the cost of all compassion. This is the power of monsters.
More like winners. Akuma got so good he challenged his master and killed him
So many moves
with
with
his
demon and dragon.
beads around his neck. He declared himself the new master of the Satsui no Hado.
Obviously, this destroyed his relationship with Goken. The two brothers' destinies, let alone ideologies, were irreparably torn apart.
But who cares when Akuma's perfected all the abilities of an overpowered Shoto character and then some? He can bring down Go Hadoukens, teleport with the Ashura Senku, and take you for a whirl with the Tatsumaki Zankyuken.
And if Akuma ever wants to take things up a notch, he can summon forth the Kongo Kokoretsuzan, a geyser of pure energy.
Right?
With all this power, Akuma is among the toughest Street Fighters out there.
Which says a lot when Hakan could loop himself up with enough oil to, get this, launch E Honda into orbit to headbutt a giant meteor into smithereens. There's only one way to figure out the TNT of that. I've got the oil.
Oh no, Madison Lou.
That's okay. I've already done the math. It's over 500 trillion tons.
Oh, can we still do it though?
No.
Fine.
Some freak.
Did you know Akuma's also traded blows with some of the folks from Final Fight? I guess they're Street Fighters too. And the Macho Mayor Mike Hagar can pile drive people so hard it makes an explosion you can see from space.
Sorry.
Yo, they was wildin' back then. All you saw was pixels spinning. I didn't know what I was looking at.
That might seem nuts.
I didn't want to laugh, but you laughed. I'm like,
No wonder the only guy who can
It's like atrocious.
Akuma would challenge Goken again and again, determined to prove his version of the Ansatsuken was superior. And apparently, he was right, as he defeated Goken with his signature technique, the Shun Goku Satsu.
AKA the Raging Demon.
With this, Akuma gives in to his killing intent, targeting a person's soul and killing their spirit with the weight of their sins. There's only one correct way to fight, emptying your own soul from your body. Fortunately, Goken knew exactly how to do that.
Speaking of souls, this guy Nakali once tried to take Akuma's by devouring him, but not being into war, Akuma just blew him up instead.
Oh.
So powerful, defeating an opponent takes less effort than smacking a baby. No, not that Akuma would ever do that. No, I'm serious, he never would, because despite the whole zero compassion thing, he has a weird code of honor.
It's not compassion at all. To Akuma, fighting is a sort of religion, and respecting the art is more important than anything. He'll spare those with an unfair disadvantage, and those whom he deems respects martial arts like him and can improve. In this way, he sort of became an unwanted mentor for Goken's student Ryu.
Hey, he's not a total killjoy. He did befriend Elena. Well, more like Elena befriended him, but whatever.
But should you disrespect the art of fighting, Akuma will not hesitate to murder
kill you.
as
Yeah.
respectfully as possible.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Kill you respectfully.
Killed him in one shot, and Bison was quick enough to tag this satellite laser beam.
Following the beam's speed at this angle, we can determine it was moving well over 5,000 times the speed of sound.
But even with all that power, Akuma knew he'd never be at his best until he'd mastered the Satsui no Hado and become Akuma Blanco. Shin Akuma.
As Shin Akuma, he possesses
Shin
full
Akuma was
control
too
over the
advanced.
dark art, using it to its fullest extent.
Only Gotetsu had ever mastered the Hado like this, because doing it is not just super difficult, but super dangerous.
Right. The Satsui no Hado isn't just a form of energy. It is a sentient entity, striving to push those who connect with it to fully commit to their rage. For when they do, they are no longer themselves. They become the Satsui no Hado itself.
Yeah, like when it tried to take over Ryu and manifest it as its own evil person, Kage. Akuma truly believes the Hado is his best chance at becoming the ultimate world warrior. But he also knows that if he's not careful,
Lying right
he
here in
can
your
lose
mind.
himself to it.
And when he does, the Hado will take his body and become the awesome, demonic Oni.
Oh, he's super powerful. Oni's got all sorts of new moves,
Yeah,
and can easily overpower.
In Street Fighter, when Akuma become the Oni, bro, it's pretty much a done deal. It's a wrap. Like, you pretty much gonna die. Like,
Pretty much any other Street
Then
Fighter.
how many forms he got?
Or Oni
Enough.
are yokai, or demons, that spawn from the souls of the wicked upon death. However, in some legends, the most evil of humans can actually transform while still alive, such as Shuten Doji, a drunken monk who gave in to malice, became an Oni, and was so powerful he could not die, even after
wow.
he was decapitated.
Not so
wow.
different from this big bad blue boy. But hey, Akuma hasn't lost himself to the dark side of the Hado yet. The dude split apart mountains, taking a leisurely trip to the bottom of the ocean, and literally leaped into the land above the clouds. He just jumped, and he was there.
leaped into heaven.
Standing before heaven, this dude straight up flies above it.
Akuma's lust for battle will likely never be sated, but his
What?
path has been
It'd be
set.
outrageous
He will either
sometimes.
be the world's deadliest man or its bleakest failure. Until then, he will never stop searching for a foe who can challenge the might of his Satsui no Hado.
Oh,
man,
This fight gonna be so good, bro.
I know.
terrible.
I might have to change my stance from going to Neutral to Akuma.
Oh, really?
I might.
Is a
Okay.
twisted, barren wasteland where
Well,
only
Shao
the
Kahn,
strong
no joke
survive.
Definitely at the bottom of
Oh
the
my
list of places
God.
to go when I retire.
That was fire for its time.
That was
To the
terrible.
tyrannical ruler,
It was
Shao
terrible.
Kahn.
Sorry for his time,
Thousands of
guys.
years
Sorry
ago,
for-
Shao Kahn
Look,
was an
7'2",
advisor to the
that
Dragon
man
King,
big.
Onaga.
400.
Until Onaga took a permanent nap when Khan poisoned him and claimed the throne all his own. Now that's what I call climbing the political ladder.
Addicted
With
to
an
taunting
army of demonic
opponents.
Tarkatans and four-armed Shokans at his beck and call, Shao Kahn began conquering and merging other realms of Outworld, including the once idyllic paradise of Edenia.
After which he hooked up with Edenia's queen, Sindel. But his conquest didn't just win him a traitorous milk. The crafty bastard also picked up a ton of awesome powers.
Khan is a deceptive leader who isn't afraid to resort to, quite frankly, dickish methods to
Yeah.
achieve his devious goals.
He's basically a wrestling heel in the form of an otherworldly invader. Dresses like a male stripper.
And despite living on a completely different plane of existence, he's somehow mastered two Chinese martial arts, Daizu and Liu Wei, both of which prioritize fast and aggressive strikes to overwhelm opponents.
But Khan's real bread and butter is his mastery of magic. He can
Yep.
shoot fireballs, create portals, make
Yeah.
you his telekinetic
That
shield,
rap
bounce
hammer?
projectiles back to sender, and conjure his signature hammer whenever he wants.
Lord.
With his Wrath Hammer, Khan can crush even the strongest combatants.
Yeah.
Okay.
That hammer
messed me
hurt, boy.
Up, man.
But perhaps perhaps his most iconic ability is taking souls.
With just a wave of his hand, he can dine on some fine soul food, courtesy of whatever sap crossed his path.
Khan went far with these abilities, and it wasn't long before his conquering eye caught sight of a little planet called Earthrealm.
That's when he messed up.
His forces had to rack up enough wins in. Hit the music whiz.
We don't have the licensing rights.
Mortal Kombat!
Yeah, he got
there so we don't get sued.
right.
Right.
Almost had the 10 consecutive wins needed to merge with Earth.
But the goody two-shoes monk Liu Kang just had to ruin it all. But Khan just said, screw it, and invaded Earth anyway.
The moment Khan set foot on Earth, he stole the souls of nearly every human being on the planet.
Then physically merged Earthrealm and Outworld into one big melting pot of conquest.
The exact meaning of merging realms is a little vague, but from Mortal Kombat 3's intro, we do know that it transforms the planet into part of Outworld itself.
Wow.
But even when he's not literally
Look at that, look,
together,
he's eating
Khan
it.
is always a threat to behold, far superior to most of the other combatants.
He's a cocky asshole, but damn, he sure knows how to get stuff done.
He can back it up.
One shot at Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade, survived being impaled, broke Kotal Khan's back, and has consistently surpassed the likes of the Thunder God, Raiden.
Right?
Being all thundery and
I'm
as fast as
slapping him
lightning,
like that.
Khan could even hold his own when Raiden held the power of all the Elder Gods.
For context, the Elder Goddess Cetrion can grow as large as a planet and fire this hyper-fast laser.
Yo, when she did that, bro, I was like, yo, that's so fire.
Yep.
Mortals at 2% the speed of light.
Jesus.
Well, you know you're a big shot when actual gods think you're a pain. Look at him go!
Don't mistake powerful with invincible. Khan's
Yeah.
might
Khan
is
can't
only
get
matched
killed.
by his arrogance.
Yeah, he really does love to hear himself talk, even when it leaves him totally open. I guess he doesn't consider the consequences of his
Oh my
constant
gosh.
taunting.
Is that your best?
I thought it was funny.
You suck.
Moving on, even if it
Roasting
can get
even
better
then.
of him, Khan has proven his
Effortless
arrogance isn't
those things
completely
from souls.
unfounded. After ages of conflict, all of the combatants fought in a final clash of good versus evil.
And Khan emerged as the last man standing.
Yep.
It was there that he defeated Blaze, an all-powerful elemental who threatened every realm in existence.
Luckily for the good guys, Raiden had a way to basically go back in time and try to stop Khan from winning in the first place. That's right, Khan was such a big threat, the only way to beat him was a complete do-over.
Even with that victory now a non-existent memory,
He
Shao
still
Kahn
got
will
bold.
never relent. Even death has never stopped this
Look at him.
conqueror from his ultimate quest to rule
Yes.
everything.
Damn.
Yes.
I am Khan of Outworld. Vacate my throne, or I'll soak these sands with your blood.
All right, the combatants
Two
are
amazing
set
franchises,
to
by the
I
way.
know.
all possibility.
It's time for
I'm gonna go with Akuma. I had to switch. I was new to
Oh,
I
now
had
you're
to go
going
Akuma.
for Kuma.
Who
Okay.
you going with? It's Shao Kahn.
Oh, yes.
Of course, you have to.
I like how they did that. Okay.
You dare interrupt my tournament. Another fool seeking my throne.
I like this animation
May
style.
seek your life.
I congratulate whoever animated both of these ugly dudes.
They look good.
Right.
Jeez.
Go, Hadouken!
Caught it.
Stop playing with me.
Right. Ate it.
Uh-oh.
Come over here. Oh, Lord.
Damn.
The
Oh
rat
my
man.
god, bro.
Oh.
Yo.
Oh, oh, oh.
Akuma got
That
the
hammer
speed
hurts,
down.
but it is slow.
It is slow, yeah.
Is that your best? Weak, pathetic.
Oh, ooh.
See?
Keep talking.
Uh-oh.
Keep talking. His hair going now.
Transform, right.
You heard that?
Yeah, to try to bring us back to Kotal
Hey, yo.
Your soul is mine. Satsui no Hado is mine.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Trying to own me now.
Wow. That man went Super Saiyan Blue.
Lord. Lord.
So they only
Ooh,
that ain't gonna do nothing to him.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ah.
He's not dead yet.
It's not over yet. He can survive that. He can survive that.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh, man, his mask come off.
I know.
Jesus. Sorry.
Yo, they going crazy.
Little millionaire just now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that was fire, bro. That was fire.
I know.
The power of the Satsui no Hado, Akuma was a unique challenge for Shao Kahn.
Yeah, like how he resisted Nikali suggests Khan couldn't have just yanked his soul away so easy.
And Akuma's level of power was nothing to scoff at either.
Akuma's biggest hits were way stronger than you'd think, blasting apart meteors and making explosions seen from space. But
Maybe stop showing that
something
scene.
even more powerful than that, like the Elder Gods, who can grow to the size of planets. And remember Blaze? He could destroy all the realms, and even did in one of his endings.
And while Blaze's story ending isn't canon to the Mortal Kombat universe in and of
Look
itself,
at him
it's
dancing.
still an
Look at
example
him
of what
posing.
could happen in canon.
And
And
God
the
whooped that
footsteps.
red hot ass.
Time frame for Blaze's destruction of the realms,
Oh my
destroying
gosh.
Earthrealm alone would require at least overcoming Earth's gravitational binding energy, or about 47.8 zetatons of TNT.
Over 300 million times the power of the Teraton explosion from Akuma's lineup.
And keep in mind, when Khan merges realms, he is literally morphing an entire planet into Outworld itself.
Yeah.
This means it makes sense he could defeat Blaze, because he already commands a similar level of power.
But I know what you're thinking. What about the Raging Demon, Akuma's awesome finishing move? Shao Kahn has racked up more than enough sin in his time for him to
Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back.
totally murder his soul.
There was always a possibility that Akuma would get a lucky hit in with the Shogoku Satsu.
Of course.
However, given Khan can keep up with the likes of Elder Gods and their space lasers, he can
Ooh.
certainly keep pace with Akuma.
Yeah.
And sure, Khan's an arrogant son of a bitch, but he knows when to get serious. If his arrogance was that big of an issue, he wouldn't have conquered so many realms.
Both Akuma and Khan were among the best of the best in their respective worlds, but this match ultimately came down to who would land their killing blow first.
Boom.
Yep.
Shao Kahn's overwhelming power, mystical abilities, and treacherous strategies were enough to claim this victory.
Outworld's Emperor was the only one who could surpass Akuma.
The winner
Fair
is
enough.
Shao Kahn.
I ain't even mad at it. I ain't
I'm
even
not
mad at
mad
it
at
either. I know you won. I ain't even mad
Well,
at it.
I mean, you chose the other dude first.
Akuma is just
So,
story to me was just so much like cool. Like it was fire,
Right
bro.
over there. And by downloading the battle music, linked down below.
Next time.
okay. Oh, Cora?
Oh. Versus Storm.
Oh, hold on. The battle of the elements. Hold
Right.
on.
That's gonna be a
I
good one.
like
I know
it.
which one
I'm
you're
with
going
it.
for.
Who?
For. It's gonna be tough. You like both of
Well, I
them.
say I like both, so I don't really know who I'm going for.
We'll see when we get there. But that's gonna be a fire. That's
I
gonna be
can't wait.
a legit fire
A
episode.
lot of people was talking crazy about Cora's
Cora.
season.
Yeah.
But I really think that's only because they didn't show what happened in between where they
Yeah.
left off at
Yeah.
from Avatar to then they skipped to Korra where now Aang is just dead.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Sokka is just dead. And,
Yeah.
and like
Some of your favorite
Tom
characters that
has
you.
children, but who with? And,
Right.
and like it's
a
like,
lot of mysteries.
It's a lot of mysteries.
I'm excited them to go back and give us the Avatar. Like, you know, I do enjoy when stories skip time because then you can just go ahead.
I like when they skip time and like stuff is explained.
Yeah.
Like what happened before.
But they don't want to give it all to you, you know?
Give it to me. Give me it. I
Oh,
want it.
spoilers! Some people haven't even seen Korra, bro.
What?
You just gonna spoil the whole.
Man, if you haven't seen Korra till now, I can't even talk about any show if I think about that. Because some people don't even know that Naruto was a show. We played Fortnite last night, and they said, oh, it's Naruto a TV
watch
show?
anime.
Right,
No.
so you might not watch Nickelodeon. You might not know.
Yeah, you true.
And that means I can't talk
Go
about
watch
nothing.
it though. Go watch it.
Go watch it.
Anyway, guys, comment below, let's
Don't forget to like
subscribe.
and
Do some
share.
more.